Caryn Elaine Johnson, known professionally as Whoopi Goldberg, is an American actor, comedian, author, and television personality. A recipient of numerous accolades, she is one of 18 entertainers to win the EGOT, which includes an Emmy Award, a Grammy Award, an Academy Award, and a Tony Award. In 2001, she received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Goldberg began her career on stage in 1983 with her one-woman show, Spook Show, which transferred to Broadway under the title Whoopi Goldberg, running from 1984 to 1985. She won a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album for the recording of the show. Her film breakthrough came in 1985 with her role as Celie, a mistreated woman in the Deep South, in Steven Spielberg's period drama film The Color Purple, for which she won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. For her role as an eccentric psychic in the romantic fantasy film Ghost, 1990, she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress and a second Golden Globe Award. She starred in the comedy Sister Act, 1992, and its sequel Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, 1993, becoming the highest-paid actress at the time. She also starred in Jumpin' Jack Flash, 1986, Clara's Heart, 1988, Soap Dish, Ghosts of Mississippi, and Till, 2022. She also is known for voicing roles in The Lion King, 1994, and Toy Story 3. On stage, Goldberg has starred in the Broadway revivals of Stephen Sondheim's musical A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum and August Wilson's play Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She won a Tony Award as a producer of the musical Thoroughly Modern Millie. In 2011 she received her third Tony Award nomination for the stage adaptation of Sister Act, 2011. On television, Goldberg portrayed Guinan in the science fiction series Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Star Trek, Picard, 2022. Since 2007, she has co-hosted and moderated the daytime talk show The View, for which she won the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Talk Show Host. She has hosted the Academy Award ceremony 4 times. Caryn Elaine Johnson was born in Manhattan, New York City, on November 13, 1955, the daughter of Emma Johnson, a nurse and teacher, and Robert James Johnson, Jr., a Baptist clergyman. She was raised in a public housing project, the Chelsea Elliott Houses, in New York City. Goldberg described her mother as a stern, strong, and wise woman who raised her as a single mother with her brother Clyde. She attended a local Catholic school, St. Columba's. Her more recent forebears migrated north from Fayetteville, Georgia, Palatka, Florida, and Virginia. 13. She dropped out of Washington Irving High School. She has stated that her stage 4 name, Whoopi, was taken from a whoopee cushion. When you're performing on stage, you never really have time to go into the bathroom and close the door. So if you get a little gassy, you've got to let it go. So people used to say to me, "You were like a whoopee cushion." And that's where the name came from. About her stage surname, she claimed in 2011, "My mother did not name me Whoopi, but Goldberg is my name. It's part of my family, part of my heritage, just like being black, and I just know I am Jewish. I practice nothing. I don't go to temple, but I do remember the holidays." She has stated that people would say, "Come on, are you Jewish?" And I always say, "Would you ask me that if I was white? I bet not." One account suggests that her mother, Emma Johnson, thought the family's original surname was not Jewish enough for her daughter to become a star. Researcher Henry Louis Gates Jr. found that all of Goldberg's traceable ancestors were black, that she had no known German or Jewish ancestry, and that none of her ancestors were named Goldberg. Results of a DNA test, revealed in the 2006 PBS documentary African American Lives, traced part of her ancestry to the Papel and Bioti people of modern-day Guinea-Bissau of West Africa. The show identified her great-great-grandparents as William and Elsie Washington, who had acquired property in northern Florida in 1873, and mentions they were among a very small number of black people who became landowners through homesteading in the years following the Civil War. The show also mentions that her grandparents were living in Harlem, and that her grandfather was working as a Pullman porter. According to an anecdote told by Nichelle Nichols in Trekkies, 1997, a young Goldberg was watching Star Trek, and on seeing Nichols's character Uhura, exclaimed, "Mama, there's a black lady on television and she ain't no maid." This spawned Goldberg's lifelong Star Trek fandom. Goldberg lobbied for and was eventually cast in a recurring guest starring role as Guinan on Star Trek, The Next Generation. In the 1970s, Goldberg moved to San Diego, California, where she became a waitress, then to Berkeley, where she worked odd jobs, including as a bank teller, a mortuary cosmetologist, and a bricklayer. She joined the avant-garde theater troupe the Blake Street Hawkeyes and gave comedy and acting classes. Courtney Love was one of her acting students. Goldberg was also in a number of theater productions. In 1978, she witnessed a midair collision of two planes in San Diego, causing her to develop a fear of flying and post-traumatic stress disorder. Goldberg trained under acting teacher Uta Hagen at the HB Studio in New York City. She first appeared on screen in Citizen, I'm Not Losing My Mind, I'm Giving It Away, an avant-garde ensemble feature by San Francisco filmmaker William Farley. In 1983 and 1984, she first came to national prominence with her one-woman show in which she portrayed Moms Mabley. Moms, first performed in Berkeley, California, and then at the Victoria Theater in San Francisco. The Oakland Museum of California preserves a poster advertising the show. She created The Spook Show, a one-woman show composed of different character monologues in 1983. Director Mike Nichols discovered her when he saw her perform. In an interview, he recalled that he burst into tears, and that he and Goldberg fell into each other's arms when they first met backstage. Goldberg considered Nichols her mentor. Nichols helped her transfer the show to Broadway, where it was retitled Whoopi Goldberg. The show ran from October 24, 1984, to March 10, 1985, and was taped and broadcast by HBO as Whoopi Goldberg, direct from Broadway. Goldberg's Broadway performance caught the eye of director Steven Spielberg while she performed in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store. Spielberg gave her the lead role in his film The Color Purple, based on the novel by Alice Walker. It was released in late 1985, and was a critical and commercial success. Film critic Roger Ebert described Goldberg's performance as one of the most amazing debut performances in movie history. It was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, including a nomination for Goldberg as Best Actress. Between 1985 and 1988, Goldberg was the busiest female star, making 7 films. She starred in Penny Marshall's directorial debut Jumpin' Jack Flash, 1986, and began a relationship with David Clausen, a director of photography on the set. They married later that year. The film was a modest success, and during the next 2 years, 3 additional motion pictures featured Goldberg: Burglar, Fatal Beauty, 1987, and The Telephone, 1988. Though they were not as successful, Goldberg garnered awards from the NAACP Image Awards. Goldberg and Clausen divorced after the poor box office performance of The Telephone, in which she was contracted to perform. She tried unsuccessfully to sue the film's producers. Claire Is Heart, 1988, did poorly at the box office, though her own performance was critically acclaimed. As the 1980s concluded, she hosted numerous HBO specials of comic relief with fellow comedians Robin Williams and Billy Crystal. In January 1990, Goldberg starred with Gene Stapleton in the situation comedy Baghdad Cafe, inspired by the 1987 film of the same name. The sitcom ran for 2 seasons on CBS. Simultaneously, she starred in The Long Walk Home, portraying a woman in the U.S. civil rights movement. She played a psychic in the film Ghost, 1990, and became the first Black woman to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in nearly 50 years, and the second Black woman to win an Academy Award for acting, the first being Hattie McDaniel for Gone with the Wind in 1940. She also won the BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role and the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress, Motion Picture. Premiere named her character Oda Mae Brown in its list of top 100 best film characters. Well guys, what are your thoughts? Do tell us. Thanks for watching.